Well, I was happy overall. I mean, I thought we did things that I was pleased with from a process standpoint. Obviously you get leads and then you give them up. You don't want to do that, but it's part of the game. I mean, they're a good team too. They're going to push as well, and I thought our guys stayed with it even after the times we gave up those goals. We had real good bounce back shifts, I thought, and so that was real important.
It seemed like in the third, you weren't playing on your wheels. You were generating attack, spending a lot of time in your zone. How important was that?
Real important. I just think it's a real important part of, I think ultimately your best defense is playing in the other team's end, and we haven't done enough of it this year, and it's something we're working hard on, trying to get more out of it. But I thought the third period, especially the second half of the third period, was as good as we had been at spending time in their end.
What about Cromwell playing on the back-to-back nights?
Nick and I discussed it leading into it. We had a day off going into yesterday. He didn't have a pregame skate yesterday, so really it's just two skates in a row. And what we're trying to do is get him in situations where he can go two skates in a row, whether it's a practice and a game, in this case, a game and a game. And so, we'll keep judging. I mean, obviously, his knee affects him. It affects him every day, but he's mentally tough, and he's so good out there in terms of his smarts and in his presence that we want him on the bench whenever possible.
Speaking of presence and such, Henrik Zetterberg, just no slowdown in him.
He was excellent. I thought Franz Nielsen was excellent. I thought Z's been real good all year, and he just seems to continue to go. And Z's one of those funny players that the more ice time he gets, the more juice he has in his legs, it seems like. So, I couldn't probably get them out there enough. I thought that line was really playing well.
How do you like it when Mike Green jumps up in the play, gets his opportunities, and catches them?
Yeah, we talked about it going into the season. I think Mike made some real good strides defensively last year. I thought he really, really got better at some areas defensively. But going into this season, we talked about making sure that he was really, really aggressive and jumping up in the play and trying to put other teams on their heels, and he's done an excellent job at it. The best of anybody on our team for certain. Soren's will be right there with him. But, I thought he was obviously it would have been nice for him to get that hat trick tonight, but the call went the other way.
How about Franz Nielsen coming back playing against his own team?
Yeah, it meant something to him. There's no question. This organization meant a lot to him. It was where he grew up in for certain. He's an excellent person, as you know. So I know it meant a lot to him to come back here. He's good every night, but I thought he was extra good tonight.
Any big dispute on the Glendenning interference? And did say anything to you? Or?
Yeah, I got an explanation. I can't, I thought maybe Glennie got kept in by the D, but those are tough calls. I think the ref makes good calls, and at the end, it's probably not a whole lot different than the one that we got overturned for us last night.
Flipping Riley and Dylan, was that a matchup thing? You kind of went back and forth with them on the lines?
Well, I was kind of mixing the lines around just a little bit. Ultimately, kind of almost playing three lines, but mixing different guys in there just to keep our energy on a back-to-back, but try to get certain guys that were really going like Nielsen and Zetterberg's line and that as much out there as possible.
What kind of a boost do you guys get, winning back-to-back, whether the second end of a back-to-back game, and especially in a thick playoff race that you're in?
Well, we've given away, I shouldn't say given away, but we've lost some games on teams that came in and beat us when they were back-to-back and we were rested. So we just understand we better take care of business the other way. I think right now every game is, it's just the way the realization of this league is. You got to win as many games as possible, and you got to get better every day. And so, I thought we took steps forward today, and we found a way to get 2 points, and let's go to Winnipeg.
We're not going to see you tomorrow, so how about just some thoughts on Winnie?
On Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Winnipeg's a dangerous team. They got lots of firepower up front and on the back end, and I know obviously they were able to take one from us late in the game there in Detroit. So we got to make sure we're playing our best hockey in order to give ourselves a chance to win.